So right now, the idea is there's a lot happening together, like in the past few months. I'm trying to work mostly with the two teams maybe. It's very much all this depends on the flash rate. Meaning how much is that, how much is going to be at 1.9, when, what's in there, and what and the path of project legion in there. So we right now balancing that is happening at least. And it all depends on how project legion wants to go. So it's in front. Yes.
Legion is the Dust experience on the city. Essentially, they won't be able to. I guess you won't be able to have them playing in the same battles. But can you? If it's the same experience, will you character pull across?
So that's making me sad. After the keynote to explain, it's not really the same experience, but it's not a Dust experience on PC. I think if you say Dust as being an experience, Dust is Dust. When Dust, there needs to be, and that's a really good point. When I came and said and make that a different on experience, if you're watching this built on the same DNA, yes. If it's the same experience, that's the two things, and maybe.
One way to look at it is that Dust is an FPS experience in the EV version.
Yeah.
So is Legion. But they share a lot of DNA. I mean, you see it when you see the demo and stuff like that. But like JC has been both saying in the keynote and earlier here, it is very much about realizing the full potential of the Legion. And again, going PC, going next gen is the way to do it. It allows us to essentially scale the concept to where it needs to be.
And if I go back to the CPOs that we're talking about, I tried to be as intelligible as I could, but it was really important.
Interrupt, close the door.
That these three pillars, those deep competitive games that I talked about, the player-driven economy, and the sandbox, the emergent gameplay.
Ask them why they didn't announce it earlier. Yeah, I mean, ask whatever you want. People should ask whatever they want.
That's very much
I'm the kind of player who really enjoys PvE. I'm just wondering, are all the missions going to be military based, or will there be missions similar to like, we're going to drop you on this world, you and a team have to investigate mining locations, and maybe we encounter some alien kind of life forms like a space bear or something like that.
Every time I do the team, I say, guys, if we build the right footprint, we should be able in a few years to put dragons in our universe. That's what I said. Why? Because the idea of being able to jump on any planet, and that's basically the experience we're talking about, and be and say, okay, what's there, right? And it's there. Okay, we talked and you've seen the drones into that picture, and trust me, they exist. You've heard about them before. They actually look pretty good, and if you get close, they're pretty badass. But that would be the first iteration or the first implementation of that. Kind of ambient threat that we want when you go. And ambient threat is important because we're not necessarily seeing today PvE or that sandbox area or sandbox gameplay as a game mode. Where you start, you man and stuff. It's more kind of seen as an open area with equally players, or any players can drop on. As I said at the team, I said the day we have the tools for people to do a flash mob, we win. Because that means we get, just like in the pure spirit of EVE Online for that matter, we give the tools, you do whatever. If a corporation just wants to take your place or a planet, just meet regularly and take pictures of themselves, be my guest. That's the whole point. Place of the universe will be there and open for that. They will open and close because they are scavenging grounds, and that's where the ecosystem is. That's when you go and loot the stuff. So something I didn't go deeper into it when I was on stage was there's an ecosystem that I want to put in place, and that goes from creation of value near stuff you do, you get stuff, and with that, what do you do? Well, I can sell it and make money with it, and that's what players do in economy, not an NPC, so players, and then or use it in my next PvP contract, and have that basically these three pillars to work together. Now it's becoming a cycle, not something that's just kind of just on one leg.
And to tack onto that, so you're saying that realizing the vision of the virtual flash mob
simulator. Yeah.
Don't put that on paper.
So I just wanted to tack onto that, and JC has been very firm with how we should approach the designing of these systems and stuff like that. We need to think of it not as games, what you said, but as a collection of mechanics. And building the right foundation of the mechanics will allow us to experiment and allow it to evolve into something like essentially take a contract or a mission to find, I don't know, a bookmark.
And game modes are not going away. They're just not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, the contracts
both
are there.
can live exactly. The contracts do. Sorry.
Yeah, something else.
Someone else. Yeah.
It's a technical question. The demo we saw at the keynote, is it running on Unreal 3 or Unreal 4 engine?
It's on Unreal 3
Okay.
that we've been nurturing and changing.
Yeah. Because it was pretty impressive, so
Yeah.
good work, guys. But I was just thinking, because the Valkyrie was running on Unreal 4, so I kind of assumed that
And
since
we
he had bought the rights to the engine, so you might have been able to port it.
Absolutely. I mean, we of course have, the Unreal 4 and we know how it works. We've replaced a lot of the old systems in the new 3. For example, our game is fully deferred rendering. All of the lighting systems have been changed. All of the terrains, the particle effects are almost completely,
There's a really good presentation session on cable by some of our guys, CCT Photon and CCT Android, which are doing it on graphics, and CCT Superlight, our director. You should not miss it. It goes into details a lot there.
and they break down the scenes and they show you the atomic elements of how to achieve the visual look and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Sorry. You're out of
Are there already plans made? How much is the integrated?
Absolutely. So, I mean, there's two things here. One, E-Link is not going away, functionally. The only thing as I'm approaching that and when we're talking to the team, I want it to fit with the vision we're putting in place. So, like for instance, are we going to get resources that are important for Eve and Eve will get important for us? Absolutely. And the PvE grants, and we talked about some of these stuff, and we're trying to have these pieces come together quite fast, as you can see, for a couple of months, 3 months now. So that, on these PvE grants and stuff, you're very close to be able to find resources and stuff, and that kind of thing can give you an idea of getting valuable stuff, one game and the other. But one thing important now is that, sorry for people with their hands up and I keep talking, but I don't see it in a way that the games need each other. Project Legion needs to stand on its own and be an awesome, game. Not saying like, no, you need someone probably to do this for you or stuff. Both games get better together. And to me, that's a bit of a different thing because it's not like you need to call out or find out. I mean, Project Legion, I guess you out it easier, but they're better together. They don't need each other. That's quite important to me.